ये तो मैं करने भी चाहिए. Hello students, hope you are fine here. Today's our topic is linear algebra. In linear algebra, we can see that uh, we have an equation which has a variable which has no power. If there's no power, it means it has a power of 1. So that power gives it a name of linear. If this was a power of 2, then it was quadratic equation. But right now it has a power of 1, so that's why it's called linear equation. And in linear algebra we'll be solving an equation which is a linear equation. And this equation, why it is called equation? Because it has equal sign in it. So now in this sign we can see that now this is an equation. Now this equation contains two parts. One is left hand side and one is right hand side. In left hand side we call left hand side as variable side, and the other side is called as a number side. So we must keep in mind that this is a variable side and this is a number side. So we'll be looking for those things which are on the right place as at the wrong place. But before this equal sign, we must mention that the equal sign says that this equation is of uh, balanced now, and if we'll be doing anything on one side, it will disbalance it, and to make it balance we'll be doing the same thing on the other side. Then the equation will be balanced, means equal, otherwise this will not be equal. So now we are doing what? This, now we do know that this is a variable side, and this is a number side. Now we'll be looking for those things which are at the right place or at the wrong place. So for first thing, first is variable. So, and we'll be checking that is it a right place? Variable side, and it's a variable, so it's the right place. Variable side, but this is a number, so it is not at the right place. Number side, and this is a number, so it means this is at the right place. So we'll be looking for which is at the wrong place. We'll be looking at -3 is at the wrong place. So it means -3 must need to be removed. So what we'll be doing? -3, we'll be writing the same thing again. But to remove -3, what we'll be doing? We'll be adding +3. And -3 plus 3 gives us 0, and 0 means nothing. So that's why we will be having a balanced equation as x only. But whenever we are doing +3 here, to make this balance, to make this equation balance, because we have added here +3, and to make it balance, we'll do the same thing on the other side to make it balance. So that's why we'll be doing the same thing, +3 on the other side. Now -3 plus 3 gives us 0, means nothing. So then only 1 is remaining, is here as equal. And now here you can see that 8 plus 3, which is 11. So now x is alone. So that's why this will be your answer. So how we'll get answer? We'll be getting an answer when x or any variable will be alone, without any number on side, without any number on the power. So if we find a number without having any coefficient or any power, single variable, then we get to know that it is the last answer. So this is our answer. Now come to the next equation. How you understand this one? Now we'll be moving towards another equation similar to this one, but there is something different than this. So let's see what this equation is. The equation is 2x minus 7 is equal 3. Now again, there is a variable side. Now I'm writing in short, variable side, and number side I'm writing in short. So now variable side and number side, we know that now. And in this one, we'll be looking for that which one is at the right place or wrong place. So we see that this number minus 2x is at the right place because it's a variable, and minus 7 is at the wrong place because of number, and 3 is at the right place. We could say that 2 is also not a variable, it's a number, but it's the part of variable, so we'll be dealing it later, though it is at the wrong place as well. But which number to be dealt first? We'll be dealing the number which is alone. So first we'll be dealing this one, and then we'll be dealing this one. So how we'll deal it? So let's check it again. Because 2x is there, minus 7 is there, and 3 is there. Now we are writing the same again. And now what to do? We'll be dealing this one first, and minus 7, as we have done previously, that minus 7 to be removed by adding the opposite number of this one. Minus 7's opposite is plus 7. So now we have done this one and this one, and this made this equation disbalanced. So we'll do the same thing on the other side to make equation balance. So we'll be doing the same thing on the other side, plus 7. So it gives us that only minus 7 plus 7 is 0. So it gives us 2x is equal, and 3 plus 7 is 10. Now we have 2x is equal 10. Now this is at the wrong place. We know that this is the right place and the right place. So it means we need to deal this too. So how we remove this one? We can't subtract 2x minus 2 to get it 0, because this is a part of this variable and this is multiplying. Because if there is no sign between these two and variable x, it means there is a sign of multiplication. So how we'll remove this one? We may do one technique, that whenever we have division or multiplication, we may do it cancelled by dividing by 2. So if it will be divided, so it may simplify. 2 ones are 2 and 2 ones are 2, and this will be simplified and will be having no more number. So if we are doing this thing on left hand side to make it balance, now equation becomes disbalanced. So we'll do the same thing on the other side to make it balance. Means again dividing by 2 to make it balance. Now what will happen? It will give us that now it will simplify this. So after simplification we get 2 ones are and 2 ones are. 2 ones are 2 and 2 fives are 10. So we got simplification, simplified number. Now we'll get to know that now we have a number which is 1x over 1 is equal 5 over 1. Now we know that the number which has a coefficient 1, we don't need to write, so that's why we're writing as 1, x as 1. And denominator 1 we don't write, so it means it will remain the same. And here also denominator is 1, so we don't need to write, so now this is 5. So variable without any number and without any power, so this gives us a last answer, so this is your answer. Now looking back again, so we'll be looking the question again. So in the question we have 2x minus 7 is equal 3, and there's a variable has the number and the other side has the number. So that's why we are solving those things continuously. Okay. So this is a solution in which we are doing it. Okay. Now come to the next question. This is and we have got to know this is an answer. Now we'll be going to the next question. The next question is about the same thing, but there is a little bit difference. Now the important thing is to keep in mind about variable side and the number side. So we must keep these two things in mind first. Now the next question is uh, the question is about now here, this is an interesting question. 9x plus 4 is equal 3x minus 9. Now here we could see that again we'll be checking whether which is the right place and which is at the wrong place. So we'll be looking for those numbers which is the right and which is the wrong place. So now let's mark it. We are marking it. So this is a right place at the variable side, wrong place, wrong place, right place, wrong place, and right place. So we'll be looking for the number, independent number first, and we'll be dealing this number first. So let's check it. This is, we'll be writing again the same thing here, 9x plus 4, because we are dealing this, so we'll be keeping some space here and writing the same equation. On the other side, 3x minus 9. Now, looking for this one, you can see that this is plus 4. To deal plus 4, what we'll be doing? We'll be writing the same thing, that opposite side of plus 4 is minus 4. So because we have done this on left hand side, and to make it balanced, what we'll do? We'll do the same thing on the other side to make it balanced. So what we'll do? We'll be writing minus 4 here again. Now it gives us a 0, so we'll no need to write it down. Sometimes students make it cancel, so it's okay, fine, no problem. So it alternatively it will give the same answer. 9x is equal 3x minus, now these numbers could be added, it is the same number, same sign number, so that's why we'll be adding them and keeping the bigger number sign, so it will give us minus 30. Now right place, wrong place, right place. Now the variable is at the wrong place, so it needs to be solved now. So what we'll be doing? We'll be writing the same thing again. 9x is equal 3x. Now we'll be keeping it here, 3x, and we'll be keeping the space because we are solving this, we are dealing this, so we need to space to do some calculation, and minus 30. Now this space will give us that what to do with this one. This plus 3x as a whole, so if there is no sign, it means it has a plus sign. So how to remove this? So we'll be removing this by minus 3x, because we are moving variable. So whenever we'll be moving the variable will be moving along with its number. So that's why we are moving a variable along with number on the other side. Then we'll be moving the number to the other side separately. First, moving the variable now. So the variable plus 3x and opposite side is minus 3x. Now we have done this on the one side. So to make it balance, we'll be doing the same thing on the other side to make it balance. So what to do? Here minus 3x, same minus 3x will be doing here. It gives us some calculation that 9x minus 3x. Yes, both are the variables, so both can be added or subtracted. So this will give us a 6x. 9x minus 3x is 6x is equal plus 3x minus 3x 0, or sometimes we may cancel it. Okay, and remaining is minus 13. So now this is 6x is equal minus 13. Now we're solving it further. It gives us that now we have 6x is equal minus 13. And now we will be going further. Now this is a 6x is equal minus 13. But this is the right place, this is wrong place and right place. So it means we need to move this. But this is along with the variable with multiplication, and multiplication needs to be simplified by divide. So dividing by the same number, 6 is there, so we'll be cancelling by 6. If there was, in the previous example, there was a 3 was there, we divided by 3. In this example, there was 6 is there, so we are dividing by 6. But whenever we are dividing it by 6, this becomes disbalance. So we'll be doing the same thing on the other side to make it balance. So we'll be doing again on the other side as divided by 6. So this cancels 1, and we can't divide it. We can't simplify it, but we can divide it. So what comes after division? So let's check it. 13 divided by 6 is 2's are 12 and 1. So bottom goes up goes middle, and middle goes bottom. So that's why our answer will be the same sign minus. We must not forget about the sign. Now, which comes top comes as 2, and middle comes as 2, and top comes as 1, and bottom comes as 6. So this is an answer, and 1x over 1. And we know that there's no need to be 1 writing, so we will not be writing 1, and there's no need to write as denominator 1. So this is our answer. Minus 2 whole 1 by 6 is our answer, in which variable is r unknown. So this is your answer. Hope you understand this. Whenever we have variable on both sides, what we need to do, we'll be solving the numbers first, and then we'll be moving the variable. How will be moving the variable? We're using the same technique. Plus 4 was there, we've done 1 minus 4. Plus 3x was there, we have done minus 3x. So it gives us the same thing on the other side. So it means on the other senses, we are saying that this is moving to the other side, variable side. So this gives an equation in which variable and the number on the same side. Then we'll be removing the part of variable, simplifying, and we get that answer. Hope you understand. Now come to the next question, which is a little bit uh, with the same concept, but there is a different approach in this question. Now look for this, and you can see that again I'm keeping the same variable side and number side in the same thing here. It means this is the main concept of solving the question. Now the question is, yes, this is about brackets. 4, 3 minus x is equal minus 15. So in this question, you can see that there is a bracket. So first of all, we need to simplify a bracket. Now, uh, now let's check it, simplifying this. If this is a 4 and after this is a bracket till here, from here till here, so it means this 4 will be multiplying each and every part of within this bracket. So it means this will be multiplying with 3, and secondly it will be multiplying with minus x. So let's check it. 4 threes are 4 threes are 12, and then it will be multiplying with this one. But here we could see that there's a minus sign, and if there is no sign, it means it has plus sign. So we'll also multiply the sign. So plus minus is minus, and 4x are 4x. 4 multiplied by x is 4x, and is equal minus 15. Now we'll see that there is a variable side and a number side. This is the right place, wrong place, and right place. So it means this 12 needs to be replaced. So what to do? We'll be doing the same thing here, but writing, because we are dealing this 12, so we'll give some space to deal this, and then writing this variable minus 4x is equal minus 15. So how will be solving 12? There is, if there's 12 having no sign, it means it has plus sign. So how to remove plus sign? Yes, we'll be moving plus sign with minus 12. So this is minus 12 means if this is the done here, it makes equation disbalanced. So we'll do the same thing on the other side to make equation balance. So we'll be writing the same thing on the other side, minus 12. So it gives us plus 12 minus 12 is cancelled now, and then only remaining thing is minus 4x. Minus 4x is equal, now these are the same sign numbers, so it means we'll be adding them. So it gives us minus bigger number sign and adding them 27. So now this is a number. Now we'll be solving this number here on the other side. Now let's check it. Solving the number. Now the last equation was this. Minus 4x is equal minus 7. Now minus 4x is equal minus 27, but we don't need minus 4. So what to do? We'll be dividing it by the same number, mean along with the sign. So that's why we're dividing by minus 4. Previously we had the number without any sign, so we are dividing without any sign. But this time we have a number with minus sign, so that's why we are dividing with the minus sign. So removing the number, previously we could say that removing the number with the opposite sign, but the part of a number with the variable will be removed with the same sign, okay. So now that's why we are doing this one now, and this way that now we are doing this one, this balance. So that's why we'll be doing the same thing on the other side as dividing by minus 4. So now you can see that minus cancels and 4 cancels. So 1x over 1 is equal, and minus cancels, but this could not be simplified, so 27 by 4, but we can write this as mixed fraction because denominator is smaller. So 4 divides 27, 4 6 are 24, and 3 is remaining. So this goes up, this goes middle, this goes down. So that's why there is number with variable with the coefficient 1. So we don't need to write coefficient 1. Denominator 1, we don't need to write denominator 1. Now there is top goes middle, okay, and bottom, middle goes bottom, okay, and bottom goes top. So this is your answer. So this is a concept of division when you have a bracket. So bracket means we need to simplify bracket. Then we'll be moving the numbers, and whenever we'll be moving the numbers, then variable comes and variable along with some numbers. And if we want to move the numbers, so we'll be doing dividing it with the same number and same sign. So we have done like this here, we're dividing with the same number and same sign. So that's why we'll be having no sign with the variable. Otherwise, if you'll be having some sign with the variable, it means we are not finding the variable's value. We are finding the opposite variable's value. So hope you understand now. Now come to the another question which dealing the same type of fractions, but there are now we have dealt about expressions. Now we'll be dealing about some number which are in fraction. So let's see those questions. The question is about mm, now let's check it. Again, the variable side and number side. Now we have a question about this one. 3 by 4x is equal 15. This is a question, or we'll be dealing with one more question related to this. This question gives us one part as a fraction. One part as a fraction. This is a fraction. Fraction. And we must remember that whenever fraction comes in an equation or anywhere, you need to go for LCM. Whenever fraction comes, we need to go for LCM. But LCM needs the fraction on the all the terms. So it means we also need to make the other term as a fraction. This is not a fraction, so we'll be converting this as a fraction by 1. So now this is also fraction. And if there is 3 by 4x, what about this one? This is in the middle? No, this is not in the middle. This is also the part of it, the same like that x will also be written as x by 1. So it means 3 by 4, 3 by 4 and x by 1. So if there is no sign between them, it means there is a multiply, and multiply is equal 15 over 1. So it means, in short, we can multiply 3 multiplied by x as 3x over 4 ones are 4 is equal 15 over 1. Now this is 1. Now, in short, we can do what? We can combine these two. We can combine these two. So we can make 3x and over 4. So there's no need to do this detail. I'm showing this to show you that how could we do this detail. Okay. So if we will be not doing this, there's no need. We may do it directly. That we can do it as 3x over 4. This is a part of numerator is equal 15 over 1. Now we'll be getting the LCM of 4 and 1. So let's do it. 4 and 1's LCM. 2 2's are 4, 1's the same. 2 1's are 2, 1's the same. Both are 1's now, so that means this is your LCM. So LCM is 2 times 2 is equal 4. It means our LCM is 4. So what to do here in equation, what we'll be doing, we'll be writing the same thing here. 3x over 4 is equal 15 over 1 and multiplying each term by LCM. Previously in expression we are dividing, we are converting this into 4. Both the ways we can do it, but right now it's easier to do it, multiply it by 4 and multiply it by 4. So what happens? This may simplifies, and this there's no need to simplify because there's one, so this cannot be simplified. So this will directly multiply. So 1 threes are 1. Now 1 is there, so 1 threes are 3x. So it will give us 3x over 1 is equal 15 fours are 60 over 1. So now 3x over 1 is equal, sorry, this, now you can see 3x over 1 is equal 60 over 1. So now we'll be solving the same question here. Let's see. We know that if there is denominator, we don't need to write 1. So 3x is equal 60, and there's 1 as a denominator, we don't need to write 1 as a denominator. So 3x is equal 60. Now right place, but it's the wrong place. So we need to simplify this one, but this is a multiply part of the variable, so it will be simplified or removed by dividing. So we are dividing by 3, the same number, and we'll do the same thing because this is making this equation disbalanced, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll be dividing the other side as 3. So now this simplifies this and it gives us 1 1 1 2's and 0. So it gives us that 1x over 1 is equal 20 over 1. We know that there's no need to write this 1 as a coefficient, so it will remain the same. X denominator is 1, there's no need to write denominator as 1, and 20 has a denominator 1, so there's no need to write denominator as 1. So this is our answer, the last. So now in this question, you can see that we have a fraction. So in this fraction, whenever we see any fraction, we'll be doing LCM. And with the LCM, we'll be removing the fraction to convert the equation in non-algebraic form, non-fractional form. So then non-fractional equations means without any denominator terms, we can simplify it easily because now this equation was 3x is equal 60. This was our equation. So now 3x is equal to 6 has no fraction at all. So that's why this becomes the previous question as we have done in first one. Now we'll be dealing the question which are the decimal question. Now these decimal questions are those questions which may convert because we will not be able to solve those questions which are in decimal form. So we'll be converting decimal into fraction, and then those fraction will be dealt as by using LCM. So let's check it. Again, the variable side and the number side is the same. We are solving in the same way, it's the same method. So now let's see our equation. Last question is there. Hope you understand. And after this, if you have any question regarding that, you may put your question in your comments. So I'll be looking for those questions and I'll try my best to give you an answer. Now, looking for this question, this is 0.3x minus plus 1.2 is equal 0.25 minus 0.2x. Okay. Now in this question, we can see there are some variable side, variable, right place, number, wrong place, number side, number, right place, variable, wrong place. So we'll be solving the number first. Okay. Like now we'll be solving this one first and keeping this one at the same place. It means we are writing the same question again. 0.3x plus 1.2 is equal 0.25, and now it's keeping the place because the number will be going to the other side as the number, so we'll be keeping space with the number, and minus 0.2x. Now how to remove this one? We'll be doing, this was at the wrong place, so this will be dealt with minus 1.2. Because we are doing this as minus 1.2, this is making equation disbalanced, so we'll be making it balanced by putting the same minus 1.2 here. So now this gives us a number simplified, this cancels, these two numbers are cancels, so it gives us 0.3x is equal 0.25 minus 1.2. Now these are the two numbers with a different sign. It means we need to subtract them. So subtract smaller from the bigger. 1.2 is bigger and 0.25 is smaller. So we're subtracting. So let's see our rough work. Rough work is here. 1.2 and 0.25. Now why I'm doing, because in addition and subtraction we will be keeping the decimal in the same alignment of decimal. So we'll be keeping the decimal at the same position, and rest the number will be remaining here. Now we are subtracting. We can't subtract 5 from 0. So what we'll do, we'll be taking carry, that remains 1. So 10 minus 5 is 5, and 1 minus 2 cannot be possible, so we'll take it carry here 1, it becomes 11 and it becomes 0, and 11 minus 2 is 9, and decimal point same position, and 0 minus 0 is 0. So that's why our answer is greater number sign, which is minus, greater number sign, which is minus, and then the answer is 0.95, and minus 0.2 is the same, 0.2x. Okay, now there is a number 0.3x is equal minus 0.95 minus 0.2x. Now we done this. This is the right place, wrong place, right place. Now we need to remove this one. How to remove this? So we'll be doing this one. I need to remove this one so that we could do some calculation here. So minus 0.2x will be removed by the same number with the different sign. Minus 0.2x means plus 0.2x. And if we are making it here, it makes equation disbalanced. So we'll do the same thing on the other side as 0 plus 0.2x. And that is here. So now 0.3x plus 0.2x. So it means both the number as a variable. So we'll be adding these number. First we need to add these number, and we'll remove this one. And now we have 0.5, 0.3 plus 0.2 is 0.5x is equal to 0.95. Now, there's a question that these are decimal, this is a decimal, how to solve these decimal. Now, we'll be converting these decimal into fraction. How will be converting that? Now, question is 0.5, let's check, 0.5x is equal 0.95, and we know that in place of decimal we write 1, and after that decimal there's one number, so we'll be keeping 10, one number, so 10. Here also again, here in place of decimal we'll be writing 1, and there are two numbers, so we'll be keeping two zeros. So it gives us 5 by 5x by 10 and 95 over 100. And now we can see that no decimal point, but there is a fraction. And fraction means we need to go for LCM. How will we doing LCM? So let's check it. LCM of 10 and 100. 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, and zeros remain same. Still, this could be solved with the table of 2. So 2, it cannot be simplified, so it remains the same, and it becomes 25. But now it can't be simplified with the table of 2, so we'll be simplifying 5. 1s are 5, and 5 5s are 25. And further, it could be simplified with 5. So 5 1s are 5, and 5 1s are 5. So it means LCM is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So LCM is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to 2's are 5, 4, 4 5's are 20, 25's are 100. So the LCM is 100. It means what we do is writing the same number here, 5x upon 10 is equal 95 upon 100. Now this is, will be multiplying each side by 100, means the LCM 100 by LCM. So it gives us 10 1s are 10, 10 10s are 100, 100 1s are 100, and 100 1s are 100. So 10 multiplied by 5x is how much? 10 multiplied by 5x is 5x. 10 multiplied by 5x is equal to 95 multiplied by 1. So like this we will be having this equation. So now this gives us 50x is equal 95. Now will be we don't need this number because this is the right place, this is the right place, this is the wrong place, and this is multiplication. So we'll be dividing it by 50, and to make it balance, we'll do the same thing on the other side by dividing by 50. And you can see that this could be simplified further. Cancel, cancel. So only x is there, and is equal 95 over 50. But you can see that this could be simplified further. How much? So let's check it. Now 5 tens are 50 because it could be divisible by 5. Huh? And this also could be divisible by 5. So if both the numbers are divisible by the same number, then we'll divide, simplify it. Now 95 divided by 5, how could be? So 95 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5, and remaining is 4. Carry 5. 9s are 45. So it gives us 19. So it means after simplifying this is 19. So 19x is equal 19 over 10. Again, the denominator is smaller, so we'll be dividing it to convert into mixed fractions. So 19 divided by 10, ones are 10 and remaining is 9. So top goes up, bottom goes up, one goes top goes middle, and middle goes bottom. So this is your answer. So now the question was about the decimal number. In decimal, we solve the same thing and like the numbers we are solving, but keeping addition or subtraction by keeping the decimal at the same place. So we have done this and we got 0.5x is equal to 0.95, and then we removed 0 decimal point by dividing by the number, dividing by decimal by the number, and the next number by 0. So it becomes 5 by 10 and 95 by 100. So like this we can do this. Okay. So hope you understand this. And this is a question, and this is the last of the question, which you have got this number as by simplifying this, and we got the answer. If you have any query, please let me know in WhatsApp group. So we'll be getting the solution of this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.